Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about Hekate. A lot of people come to me and ask, how do you begin to work with Goddess Hekate? How do you begin a relationship with Goddess Hekate? So that is what I want to address in this video, because honestly, the amount of messages I'm getting on Facebook about this topic, about this issue, is a lot. So I'm hoping with this video that it will answer those questions so that you all will know without having to ask me. Some of the first things that you can do if you want to work with Goddess Hekate, if you want to start to build a relationship with her. And I also do want to preface this with this statement. Goddess Hekate, once again, is not a goddess that will just work with any person, okay? She very much chooses who she's going to work with, alright? Now, anyone can pray to her, okay? Anyone can worship her. Anyone can give her offerings and stuff like that. Anyone can really do that. But as far as who she's going to choose to work with, no one can choose that but her, okay? So a lot of you all need to understand that about Goddess Hekate. You cannot force a relationship with her, alright? Now, about those of you whom Hekate is bombarding with signs and omens and synchronicities and coincidences that are drawing your attention to her, she is probably very much calling out to you to work with you, okay? So, of course, a lot of you want to know, well, how do you begin working with her, okay? So that is what this video is for. How to begin working with Goddess Hekate. So first off, you need to begin to pray to her, okay? Really, even before that, you need to research her. Learn about her. Get in contact with other people who already work with her and ask questions. Learn as much as you can about her. Read her classical myths from the Greek myths. Read books about her. Learn about her as much as you can before you even really pray to her. And then once you have done that, definitely then do pray to her. Start to pray to her. Pray to her for her guidance. Pray to her that you want her in your life. Pray to her that you would like to work with her. Pray to her that you have received her signs and omens and that you're ready to begin a conscious relationship with her. Okay, so pray to her. Once you've done that for a while, don't rush this process, y'all, okay? Do not rush it. You can't rush it, okay? So don't even try. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're the type of person that is going to try to rush it, I can guarantee you Hekate is not the goddess for you, and she's not calling out to you, okay? Hekate has standards for her witches. I'm just going to say it like that. And I don't really care if this causes controversy or if people disagree. Anyone who's truly a devotee to Hekate and who truly does work with her knows that what I'm saying is true. She is a goddess that has standards for her witches, okay? Now, Vesta, what the hell are you doing? Oh my god. Okay, y'all, Vesta's crazy. She just, did y'all hear that pop? I know y'all heard that. It's Hekate. She's done that now in every single video. Y'all look back on my videos, and every single video that I have done where I talked about Hekate, the popping, in every single one of them. Alright. But anyways, set up an altar to her. That is the next thing you need to do after you learn as much as you can about her, after you start to pray to her, which is starting to build a conscious relationship with her. Your consciousness is where your prayer comes from, okay? And she will hear it. Now, you need to build an altar to her, okay? Now, what do you need to put on the altar? First of all, the altar that you use to Hekate needs to be something specifically for her. It needs to be a table, a tabletop. It can be a dresser top, whatever, as long as that all you're using it for is for Hekate, okay? At least at first, you understand. When you're building a relationship with her, you need to come at her with the utmost respect, okay? So, before you even build the altar, you just have the table or the dresser top or whatever, and you need to consecrate it and bless it. Clean it very well. Consecrate it with salt. Rub it down with a mixture of salt and blessed water, okay? This is a very sacred thing when you're building an altar to a deity, y'all. Bless it and consecrate it to her, okay? Then you're going to want to put, or not, put a cloth on there. It's up to you, really, if you want to use an altar cloth. Really what you need to include at the basic level on your altar to Hekate is some kind of an image of her, whether it be a statue, a picture, a crystal that you use to represent her, a candle that you use to represent her, whatever it may be. You need an item or something that you are using to represent her, okay? Because it's her altar, so you need her on it. Because what you're doing with that object is you are inviting her to live in it. At least at the times when you're working with her at the altar, she is living in the object. So whatever you choose needs to be something worthy of her presence, okay? Everything you put on your altar to her needs to be worthy of her presence, alright? Now you can set multiple things on the altar, whatever you want really, as long as it is somehow connected to her or associated to her in your mind, okay? Now, that's going to be the next thing you need to do is set up the altar to her, okay? Continue the prayers and all that. Continue to keep learning about her, okay? This is a process and it's steps, but at the same time, it's more like a building of a pyramid, okay? Everything that you do at the beginning still stays, but you're still building up, okay? So you still keep learning about her. You still keep talking about her with others. You still keep praying to her. Okay, then you do the altar. Okay, then the next thing that you need to do after that, and like I said, this is going to be a process. Don't rush this all at once. It won't work like that, okay? You need to start making offerings to her, okay? After the praying, after the altar, you're going to want to start to make offerings to her. Okay, guys. Now, when it comes to the offerings, you want to start out with, at least when you start out, give her the traditional offerings, which you can easily look that up. I'm not going to say it all here. You can easily look up the traditional offerings to Goddess Hekate, okay? At least when you start out, give her the traditional offerings, okay? One or all of them, you know, however you want to do it, whatever feels right to you. Trust it. Trust your intuition. Offer her the traditional offerings at first, at least, when you're starting to build the relationship up. Okay. Now, another thing, too, when you get to this point, you may have been getting signs and omens that led you to even want to start to work with Hekate, okay? Which usually I would say that is her calling out to you. But you need to be absolutely sure, okay? Before you ever do any type of ritual of dedication and devotion to her, you need to be 100% sure that she is wanting to work with you, okay? Otherwise, whatever you do isn't really going to be legitimate or work or whatever. So the way that you're going to do this is you're going to make a special prayer to her, okay? Once again, this is going to be before you do any kind of devotion, ritual, or dedication ritual to her, of yourself to her. You're going to make a special prayer to her at her altar, where you're going to pray for her to give you her signs, okay? Now, you're going to want to say this in your own words, but as an example, you're going to want to say something like, Goddess Hekate, I feel that you're calling to me. I resonate with you and what you represent, and I would like to start to work with you. I pray to you and ask you now to please give me your signs if you claim me. Alright? Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what the signs are. Okay? So that you all can know. Don't try to deceive yourself, you guys. Okay? If you don't get the signs, then she didn't claim you. Alright? Don't try to deceive yourself. Alright? It's not going to work. But what the signs are, and you will receive these signs within 3 days of this prayer. Okay? Every time. Alright? Within 3 days of the prayer, you will receive at least three of the signs I'm fixing to list, okay, within that 3-day period. And you may receive even more signs, but you're going to receive at least 3 if she does claim you within the 3 days. Her signs are the serpent, okay, the dogs barking. And when I say dogs barking, I don't just mean you just hear a dog barking at a car or something driving by. Okay, don't deceive yourself. You will hear intense barking for a prolonged period of time. I mean, when these signs happen, you're going to know it's a sign, actually. It's not just going to be a normal thing, okay? So don't deceive yourself when you just hear a dog barking as a car drives by. Okay, that's not one of her signs. Okay, but the dog's barking, especially for a prolonged period of time, howling even. You may see a black dog, okay? The number 13, you will see the number 13 a lot. The number 3, the number 9, and 6. All of those numbers are her numbers, y'all. If you see those are her signs. A rope, okay? A rope is her sign. A cauldron. A dagger. A torch or some flame or fire. An owl. You will see an owl, or you will hear one hooting, and once again, it's going to be obvious that it's a sign. Okay. I don't think I forgot any. I did forget one. A storm, okay, within that 3-day period. Remember, all these signs I'm saying will happen within those 3 days, alright? And if you just get one, she didn't claim you. You will always get 3 at least within 3 days, okay? So another one is storm, and especially lightning, alright? Lightning striking down, okay? And those are her signs, y'all. And if you do not get those, if you do not get 3 of those signs within 3 days of making that prayer, Goddess Hekate does not claim you, alright? And that's just how it works. Now, if you do get those signs, you can be sure that she did claim you. You know, another one I forgot to mention is the horse and the frog. Those 2 as well. Okay, and you can get these signs in any number of ways. It could be physically seeing these things. It could be just someone mentioning them, okay, in passing, that it will find its way to your ears. It could be a picture you see somewhere, things like that. It could be an image you see on TV, stuff like that. But once again, it will be obvious that it is a sign to you, okay? You won't have to reach to say that might be a sign, okay? You understand what I'm saying? It will be 100% obvious that it's a sign to you. Okay. Now, if you get these signs, you can be sure that Hekate has claimed you, okay? And then what you're going to do then is you're going to want to take the next step, which is to do a rite of dedication to her, or a rite of devotion to her, where in this ritual you will declare that you are devoting yourself to her. And there's no going back from this, y'all. If you do this, be sure that's what you want, okay? Because it will open a door for her to come into your life and to influence your life, okay? So make sure it's what you want. Alright. Now, once you get to that point, and once you have dedicated yourself to her, you're going to want to maintain the other things that I had already said, where you're going to want to keep learning about her. You're going to want to keep praying to her, and I mean daily, y'all. Pray to her daily. You're going to want to continue to maintain her altar. You're going to want to continue to give her offerings. And once you get a little bit more into it, you can then start to just offer her anything as long as it's from your heart. But at least in the beginning, stay to the traditional offering, okay? So that's really at least the way of beginning to work with her, okay? So I thought I would cover that in this video because a lot of people keep coming to me asking me that. So I figured I would just do a video about it so that it just gets the information out to all of you who want to know without me having to explain this over and over again in messages and stuff. However, if you do have further questions about this, go ahead and comment, or go into my channel to the Facebook icons, come out to my coven, Empowerment for Witches, okay? I'm starting to second guess whether I should even have my Facebook profile link on my YouTube channel, because I'm starting to get some bizarre friend requests, y'all, from some kind of just people who become obsessive. And it's kind of not cool. So I'm thinking I might remove the link that goes directly to my Facebook profile. so that people cannot just randomly add me who I do not know and discern if I want to be friends with. But definitely come out to the coven, the Facebook coven, and you can talk to me there if I discern that you're legitimate and you're not going to be all like obsessive and crazy and shit, okay? Alright, so I just thought I would do this quick video on that. I'm going to be back with some more topics soon, so stay tuned. Excuse me. Alright, y'all. Hail to the witches, and blessed be.